How you can understand your phone is hacked or not? Hello friends, welcome to another video. It's me Ashwin here with you and you are watching Plus Points Tube. Today I am here to tell you some important things related to social media and the security. Many of my friends faced issues related to social media, and that is the reason why I am doing this video, and it is my duty to inform you all about this. Today we will talk about which kind of attacks are happening in social media nowadays and how it is happening, how we can be secured. If you are using WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook or any kind of social media, and if you are a student, employee, celebrity or a daily user of social media, you should watch this video till the end, and you should inform all of your friends, family and whoever you know about the things I am going to tell through this video. Let's move on to the video without lagging. When we talk about the WhatsApp, most of the accounts are reported as hacked, or we can say one person's account is accessed by another person without their consent. This is only possible easily in two ways. One is WhatsApp web. One person can access another person's WhatsApp through the feature WhatsApp web, and only if they are having your phone once in their hand physically. Let's see how the WhatsApp web is working. When you open WhatsApp, you can see three dots in the top right corner. Click on that. You can see WhatsApp web. Click on that. You can see WhatsApp web settings and the QR code scanner and adding devices, active devices. If your phone is not active in any device, only the QR code scanner will be displayed, otherwise the device list will be displayed. And next you have to take another device and search for web.whatsapp.com, or you can take the respective WhatsApp web application from the store. Then scan the QR code from the device which is to be loaded in the other device. Now you can see the WhatsApp web is active and the WhatsApp is active in our device. In both devices you can see WhatsApp is loaded and active. This can be done by the hackers if they have your phone once in their hand physically. The another way of accessing WhatsApp is through the OTP. The hackers install the WhatsApp application and they try to log in using your number, and somehow they will collect the OTP received in your phone number and they will get into your account easily. In the first case, the WhatsApp is accessible only if the hacker have your phone physically in their hands once. And if you want to know about in which devices your WhatsApp is active, you can go to the WhatsApp web settings and you can check from there, and if there is any unknown devices, you just need to log out from the devices. And in the second case, only the hacker can access your WhatsApp if they have the OTP received in our phone. They will try to collect the OTP through some tricks like using some third-party applications or some spying applications, directly asking you for the OTP by confusing and convincing reasons. And there is an important thing to be noted: those who are sharing their mobile phone screen for the use of business meetings, online classes, please turn off your notifications or turn on the do not disturb mode, because there is a chance like the messages will pop up in the screen, and if there is a hacker, they can easily read the message and they can get the OTP from the message. The most important security setting in WhatsApp is two-step verification. Most of the people are not aware about this setting, and most of the people are aware about these settings and not yet activated. If two-step verification is activated in your phone, I mean in your WhatsApp account, your account will be secured to an extent. That is, if the hacker collected the OTP from your phone and try to log in, they have to enter the two-step verification password also. If you are not yet activated two-step verification, please activate it. For enabling the two-step verification, you have to go to settings, accounts, two-step verification, then click the enable button and then type the password. Again type the password to confirm, then type an email ID, again type the email ID to confirm and click the save button. Now you have activated the two-step verification. Let's see what is happening in Instagram. Nowadays most of the Instagram accounts are reported as hacked, and there are so many fake IDs, similar accounts coming in Instagram with the same post with different captions, same captions and similar account names and all. Creating fake IDs having so many targets, like getting followers, making someone's image bad in front of their followers, and confusing peoples, diverting peoples, and for blackmailing someone for something. And there are so many reasons like this. The ways to hack accounts are getting easy, and in the same time the security settings are getting advanced, but we have to be up to date with the all security settings. Most of the people are not aware about what security settings are available in Instagram and where to activate, how to activate and all. The first available security setting in Instagram is two-step verification or the two-factor authentication. To enable the two-factor authentication, you have to go to settings, then accounts, then go to the two-factor authentication, enable, then you have to turn on the text messages, then you have to enter the text message you get in your registered phone number. Done. If your phone is enabled Instagram two-factor authentication, only your Instagram account is accessible. You can only log in with the OTP in next time. Also you can use authenticator applications like Google Authenticator for login, and if your account is lost, you can use recovery codes. These all settings are in the same section for two-step verification or the two-factor authentication. In Instagram, you can see an option like apps and websites under the data and history section in security settings. So you can find in which devices your account is active. Do a check in the list, and if you found any device which is unknown to you or you didn't make the login, you just log out from the devices and change the password as soon as possible and try to make login from the trusted devices. Don't log in from the untrusted devices. And you can make your profile private if you want, and you can make it accessible only to your followers. If you face some problems like someone created an account which is look like your account, that is a fake ID of yours, and if someone messages you and sends something continuously and that person is unknown to you and there is no mutual friends, no mutual relations, then you can directly report to the Instagram and you can block the person. While reporting the account, you have to give some reason which should describe your situation. If some person started blackmailing you for some reason or for something, and if someone started commenting badly in your all photos, all posts, and you are not able to unfollow, block or report that person due to some reasons, in such cases you can use the restrict function. You can restrict that account. When you restrict an account, that person, and you can read the comments which are done by the person, and that person can't understand whether you read his message or not. To enable the restrict function, you have to go to that profile, and top right corner you can see 3 dots. In that 3 dots you can see restrict. Just click on the restrict. That's all. That was all about Instagram. Let's talk about what's happening in Facebook. Nowadays, most of the Facebook accounts are also reported as hacked, and privacy and security issues are also arising. As I told you earlier in Instagram case, here in Facebook also there are so many security issues like fake ID creation and blackmailing someone for something and misuse of account details. Likewise, so many things are happening. Recently there is a new update in Facebook. Facebook can monitor and store your activity data like search history, location history and app usage history. If you are giving importance to your privacy, you can easily disable the off Facebook activities. Like you can go to settings, then you can see a off Facebook activity setting, then you can manage that settings and you can clear the history and you can see the what activities they have stored. Everything is there, and after that if you turned off, they won't be getting any informations like web history, app history and search history. In Facebook also you can use two-factor authentication. I have already mentioned the importance of two-factor authentication. To enable two-factor authentication, you have to go to settings, security and login, then use two-factor authentication. Then you will see text message, turn on the text message, continue, then you will get an OTP in your registered phone number, type the OTP, then continue. Successfully you have turned on the two-factor authentication, then done. Also you can use the authentication app and the recovery codes whether your account is lost. And there is a new feature updated in Facebook, that is profile locking. If you enable profile locking, your profile informations will be hidden from the unknown persons, that is who are not in your list can't see your personal informations. It's always better to hide this information from the unknown persons. For enabling this, you can go to settings and profile locking settings. If you feel like your account is hacked, that is some unusual activities are going on, like sending messages to people and sending friend requests and commenting in the post, liking the post, sharing the post, and so many activities going on without your knowledge and permission, you can directly tell the Facebook through the security settings section, and also you can send a feedback to Facebook. In general, we can say if there is an option for two-step verification or two-factor authentication in your accounts, you can enable that option. It will help you to prevent your account to be hacked 80 to 90%. Nowadays YouTube also facing the same thing, hacked by the hackers and fake IDs, likewise so many things. By hacking, they are deleting the videos of the creators. For all these problems, we have to up to date with the securities. We have to enable the two-factor authentication in every accounts and give a strong password with including uppercase, lowercase, special characters, numbers, like this. Make a pattern yourself. This is an example for a strong password, and you can make your account secured. Let's have a look at how the phone is hacked. Wirelessly, it's not possible to hack a phone easily, but there are some ways. Let's have a look at some of the ways. There are phishing, app installing, and unknown sources. These three ways are more easy ways and more dangerous. What is phishing? Phishing is a cyber attack which is mainly done through the emails and websites. By emails, the hackers pretend like a trusty person to the user, and they will send some mails to the user and try to collect data through some kind of forms, links and websites. They make fake websites that is more similar to the original website, and we can only understand those websites through the URL. If the URL is secured, that is if the website is secured, we can understand there is HTTPS protocol in the beginning of the URL. Also check the spelling of the website URL. For example, let's see how a fake URL of Facebook will look like. This is a fake URL of Facebook, and this is a real URL of Facebook. We can see the difference in two URLs, fake and real, but so many people are not noticing the small mistake. This will make a very huge problem. If we enter all the details and credentials in the fake URL, I mean fake website, the things will be going to hacker's hand. All credential and all data we entered in the website will be going to hacker's hand. And again I am saying, if you are enabled two-step verification in all your accounts, your account will be secured to an extent. That is, the hacker need the passcode or the OTP to log in to your account in the next step. Google is monitoring all your daily life activities like phone calls, messages, and the app history, search history, location history, and so many things. If you are not enabled two-step verification and the security settings available in your phone, the hackers may get your email address and your password. They can easily install any apps which can make changes in your phone. I mean, which can access and which can manipulate your data in your phone, like spying apps, parental controls, remote access control, and so many apps. And physically installing apps also a possibility, like if they go to your phone for some time. And when some of the apps are installed, it will go hidden and it will start watching, monitoring our activities. Somehow, if a hacker installs spying apps in your phone, he will give some credentials like username and password. He can access your phone from anywhere in the world using the credentials, and he can access and manipulate the data in your phone. Also, there is a new feature in these kind of applications. They can switch on both front and rear camera 24 hours, and whenever the device is connected to internet, it will start recording. At the same time, it can record video and audio as well. And how you can understand your phone is hacked or not? If your phone is hacked, the phone camera and its surrounding will be start heating unusually, and the phone get hang unusually, and the files will download automatically, unknown applications will install automatically, and the device storage get down automatically, and the battery drains automatically very quickly, and the mobile data usage increases. Likewise, so many things will happen if your phone is hacked. If you feel like you are facing some of these things I have mentioned, then do a factory reset to your device and clean the device. Also, change the password of all the accounts which were connected in that phone. If you done all of these, then do a second check to your phone and the connected accounts. If everything is fine, then there onwards only install apps from the trusty source. Don't install apps from the unknown source. Avoid the unknown sources. In the trusty sources like Play Store also, there are untrusty apps, so beware about the apps. While installing, only select the apps with high rating and good reviews. So friends, that was all about hacking versus social media and security. Our privacy and security is always more important thing. So don't give a chance to someone to steal our data or break our privacy and security. Enable all the available security settings in your phone, in your accounts, everywhere. And simply we can say, take care of all of these. The things I have mentioned in this video are more important things. So share this information to your friends, family, and whoever you know. And do you know anything other than this? And do you have any questions or any suggestions? Please comment below. So friends, I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please click the like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel if you are first time here, and turn on the notifications. Then only you will get notifications when I upload next videos. Let's move on to another informative section of today, the 5 words. Thank you for watching till the end, and don't forget to share this important information to your friends, family, and whoever you know. Stay safe.